Hi and welcome to this 15-minute yoga practice, ideal for beginners or anyone that wants to take it gentle today. I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide to some of the best beginner yoga poses and how you can put them together into a flow. So we'll start this practice in Sukhasana, which is our easy pose, and it's basically cross-legged. So you cross your legs as you would as if you were a child at school in assembly, and I can recommend that if you find this uncomfortable to take a block or a cushion to place underneath your hips. And what this does is it just allows your hips to be slightly higher so they're above your knees. What you don't want is to find your knees above your hips and so you cave in your back. So doing what you need to do, sitting on a block or a cushion and coming to a seated pose. And you can rest your hands lightly on your thighs towards your knees. You can turn your palms up towards the sky and take your forefinger and your thumb together. Wherever you end up settling, just find that it's a place you can stay in stillness for a good few moments. You want to think of pressing down on the outsides of your feet into the floor to encourage your posture to grow, the crown of your head to start to reach towards the sky. And you want to imagine you're sitting up against a wall as opposed to rounding through the spine, caving through the back and the torso. So think of reaching that crown of the head up to the sky. Your sitting bones, imagine there's a light on them and they're shining down into the floor beneath you. Draw your tummy in towards your spine. Think of your shoulders dropping away from your ears, allowing length through your neck. And wherever you are, this is where you center yourself for the beginning of a yoga practice, and just softly close your eyes. And in your centering at the beginning of your practice, you want to check in with yourself. Just notice how you are feeling. And then noticing any sounds. And the idea is not to place any judgment on any of these sounds, but to just become mindful and draw awareness to where you are right now in this moment. Notice any sense as you inhale and exhale, predominantly through your nose in yoga. Notice the temperature of your skin, which parts might be warm and which parts quite cool. Draw some awareness to where you might be holding on to any tension. Perhaps it's your shoulders, your wrists, your hands, maybe your toes. And on your next exhale, wherever you hold that tension, just focus on softening that part of your body a little bit more. And then just draw awareness to your breath, to your inhale through your nose, filling up your tummy like a balloon, and to your exhale again through your nose as your tummy draws towards your spine. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Fill your tummy and empty it. 1 more breath. And this time as you breathe out, you can gently blink open your eyes. And then you would set an intention for your practice here. But for this practice, our intention is going to be to stay with the breath. If you find your mind wanders, bring it back to your inhale and your exhale, and try and focus as much as you can on that, away from any other to-do lists or anything else that's going on today. From here, releasing any blocks or anything that you have. We're going to uncross our legs, and I'm going to take you to tabletop position. So you might want to roll your wrists first of all. And when we come to tabletop position, you want your wrists to be under your shoulders, your knees underneath and in line with your hips. From here, we can take cat and cow, which is a lovely beginner's flow. And to do this, you lift your head, so lift your gaze, and you drop your tummy and your rib cage to the floor as your sitting bones shine towards the sky. From here, keeping the elbows soft, you drop the crown of your head towards the floor, draw your tummy button up to your spine, and your sitting bones will shine back down to your mat. And then coming back up, lifting your gaze and sitting bones, drop your tummy. And then rounding in the opposite direction, draw that tummy all the way up like an angry cat. And this is your cat and cow. Take 2 more rounds here. So a full round is an up and a down. When you're ready, coming back to all fours. From here, we'll go to downward dog, which is a great beginner yoga pose and one you'll find in a lot of yoga classes. So you're going to tuck your toes. Your weight's then going to go into your hands and your toes as your knees start to hover off the floor, and you press your sitting bones back and up towards the sky. Misconception with downward dog, the heels don't need to be down. You can keep your knees slightly soft, and you want to encourage your sitting bones to shine up to the sky. And that will help with lengthening the spine. Your gaze towards your tummy. Check your grounding down through all 4 corners of your hands so they're spread into the floor. And you can take a deep breath here. Through your nose and out. 1 more deep breath in and out. And take your gaze to your hands and start to bend your knees so you come back down to your all fours. You're going to untuck your toes and just roll back onto your knees. We're going to step up on our right leg and then our left, and we're going to come to the front of our mat for our mountain pose, Tadasana. This is another great beginner pose that you'll find in a lot of classes. So bringing your feet together or slightly apart and keeping them parallel, so no turn out or turned in. And then your gaze wants to be ahead of you. Take your hands at your sides and you can turn your palms open to the front of your mat. That will help to open your chest and your shoulders. And just softly close your eyes here as you perhaps move back and forwards to your toes and your heels. I want you to pick up your toes, spread them out and allow them to go back down and press into your mat. So you imagine all 4 corners of your feet grounding down into the earth. Think of that energy then going up through your legs. You want to make sure your pelvis isn't tucked or sticking out, just a natural curve to the spine here. You want to draw your tummy into your spine. So tummy draws in. Check you're not sticking out your rib cage, but it's slightly tucked under. Shoulder blades are drawing down towards the mat behind you to encourage your chest to open. Your shoulders draw away from your ears, allowing your neck to be long. Imagine a piece of string through the crown of your head, drawing your head up to the sky. Your chin wants to be parallel to the floor. Palms face the front of your mat. Strength through your fingertips. Don't lock your knees. Allow them to be ever so slightly soft, but not bent. And just take a deep breath here, imagining a mountain. What does a mountain mean to you? It's a powerful, strong symbol. And this is our mountain pose, Tadasana. You can gently blink open your eyes. From here, you're going to take your arms wide and bring them up to the sky, slightly in front of you, and gaze at your thumbs. Check your hands are not too far back. And then from here, you're going to soften your knees as you bring your hands down past your face. Keep your eyes at your thumbs and start to hinge at the hips. Think of drawing the crown of your head forward, your sitting bones back, a long spine, as you then melt all the way over your legs for a forward fold. And you can use blocks here, this is what they're there for, underneath your hands, so you're not putting too much strain on your hamstrings. You don't have to use blocks, but know that they are there for you to help you, and that is a great thing to have. So I would definitely recommend getting some blocks. So relaxing forwards, keep the knees soft, check the feet are parallel, and wherever you are, relax your head. Unclench your teeth. And this is forward fold Uttanasana. Take a deep breath in and out. And again, deep breath in and out. You can release any blocks, and from here, place your hands onto your mat. If you need to bend your knees, you can. And then just take yourself all the way back to your all fours. From here, I'm going to take you to child's pose. So take your knees wide, bring your big toes together, and send your sitting bones back onto your heels. If that's painful or really uncomfortable, then you can place your cushion below your sitting bones or even a block. And that just allows it to be more comfortable and for you to not have to sit all the way back onto your heels. Reach your fingertips forward, bring your forehead onto the floor. An amazing hip opener. Stretches your chest and your shoulders as well. And it's incredibly grounding and calming. You can close your eyes here as you take 2 deep breaths. From here, gently lift your forehead and start to walk your hands in towards your body so you can roll up through your spine. Releasing any blocks or anything that you have, bring your feet through and round one side, whichever feels comfortable. And then from here, just going onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. And this is a great release for your lower back, a wonderful, wonderful pose for a gentle yoga session. And you can take slow rocks from right to left, whatever feels nice here. And then from here, just taking your feet up to the sky for waterfall pose. A really calming, relaxing posture. And you can take your hands, place them at your side, slightly away from your body, palms up. Just relax your feet, perhaps soften the knees slightly, and take 2 deep breaths. Reminding yourself of the intention to really notice that breath. Gently bring your knees back into your chest. You can lift your face up to meet your knees and give yourself a hug, thanking yourself for dedicating this time to your body and your mind, looking after yourself. And then you take a Sukhasana to end a yoga class. So take your feet down to the bottom corners of your mat. Allow your head to rest back. Take your arms slightly away from your body. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Finding some comfort and some stillness, remembering you want to make this as comfortable as possible, so you can place a cushion underneath your head. You can place something underneath your lower back, or if it is uncomfortable, you can place your feet into the floor, knees up to the sky. But generally Shavasana is done in corpse pose. And you softly close your eyes. And you may be guided through a relaxation here, from toe all the way up to your head. A reminder to relax, to release tension. You may sometimes listen to relaxing music or just be at one with the silence. We're just going to take one deep breath in through your nose and fill your tummy up like a balloon. And exhale. You might even give yourself a sigh here. Gently blinking open your eyes. Bring your knees in towards you. Roll onto your right or your left side. Knees in towards your body. And use your top arm to press into your mat. So you can then swing yourself round to Sukhasana as we began the practice, remembering to use your block or your cushion as you need. And you take an inhale, just take your arms up above your head and you can gaze at your thumbs. And exhale, bring them down past your face to your heart center. And just softly closing your eyes, thanking yourself for taking this time to look after your body, your mind, and your heart, and remembering that your breath is always there for you as a means of escape and relaxation. Bowing forwards. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on your mat, and I hope you have the best day.